Alright everyone, so Baker Mayfield has yet to be traded from the Cleveland Browns, and the two teams we've kind of heard circling around this situation and be willing to really offer something for Baker is the Panthers and the Seahawks. Since these are the two teams in the mix right now for Baker Mayfield, I want to point out which team is the best destination for Baker Mayfield and the best place for him to really get his career back on track. Before I get into all of that, I want to make sure you subscribe to the Ultimate Sports TV for more NFL and NBA content. Also want to make sure you like this video for me. Please share this video and YouTube channel. Then comment down below where you think Baker Mayfield's best destination is down in the comment section below, everyone. But where is Baker Mayfield's best destination? Well, in my opinion, it is the Carolina Panthers over the Seattle Seahawks. It's not because of Christian McCaffrey. It's not because of DJ Moore. And I know the Seahawks have DK Metcalf. I know they have Tyler Lockett, Noah Fant, and Chris Carson. But it is not because of the skill position players that are on the Carolina Panthers or the Seattle Seahawks. I love how the Carolina Panthers have retooled their offensive line this offseason. That's something the Seahawks have not done, and we know that their offensive line is bad. Like, Baker Mayfield is one of those quarterbacks where you know if he does not have an offensive line, things aren't going to go all that well for you. We saw that in 2019 with the Browns. The Browns had one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, and it had an effect on Baker Mayfield. Other than 2021, 2019 was probably Baker Mayfield's worst year of his career, in large part because of that offensive line. So when I look at Carolina, it's not mainly because DJ Moore is there. It's not mainly because Christian McCaffrey's there. It's because I love what they did to that offensive line this offseason. And look, when we take a look at Baker Mayfield in his best year in 2020, when he had a good offensive line, let's look at his stats with pressure and without pressure. Alright, so here are Baker Mayfield's advanced passing stats in 2020 when he was with no pressure versus under pressure. So here we go. His on target percentage, how on target he was when he was with no pressure, it was an 81.90 versus under pressure, it was a 68.20. That is a 13.70 point drop. His adjusted net yards per attempt with no pressure, it was an 8.80. Under pressure, it was a 2.30. That's a 6.5 point differential. His touchdown percentage with no pressure, it was a 5.70. Under pressure, his touchdown percentage was a 4.20. That's a 1.5 point drop. And then his passer rating, which I really want people to look at here because this is absolutely abysmal. And passer rating is one thing you really have to take seriously, especially with no pressure and under pressure. His passer rating when he was with no pressure was an 108. But under pressure, it's a 50 point drop. He had a 58 passer rating when he was under pressure. Those stats are absolutely abysmal, especially the passer rating. A 50 point drop is absolutely nuts. I hope it outlines, because if that doesn't outline, I don't know what does, how much Baker Mayfield truly and really does need an offensive line to be successful. Guys like Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, maybe Patrick Mahomes sometimes, even Matt Ryan, those guys are good quarterbacks under pressure. Baker Mayfield, not really a good quarterback at all under pressure. And look, in 2020, the Browns had the best offensive line in the league, and they limited how many times Baker Mayfield actually got in trouble. But when he was in trouble, nothing went right for Baker. And I think when we're going back and forth between Carolina and between Seattle, I think Carolina, with that newly improved offensive line, versus Seattle with that offensive line that they still have not improved, still looks pretty bad. I think with Carolina, they give us the best chance to see a less mistake-prone Baker Mayfield. They give us a better chance to see a Baker Mayfield who isn't as bad as he is under pressure, because of that offensive line that I think will be good this year with its new improvements, by adding Ike Ekwonu, by adding Austin Corbett, by adding Bradley Bozeman, to Taylor Moton, to Brady Christensen, who played pretty well for the Panthers down the stretch, and what they already had this year. And with Carolina, I really do think, and I think this puts this into perspective with the offensive line and everything, yes, both teams have good skill position players. The Seahawks have Metcalf and Lockett and Noah Fant and Chris Carson. The Panthers have DJ Moore. They have Christian McCaffrey. They also have Robby Anderson if he wants to play with Baker Mayfield. They also have newly added Rashard Higgins, who has great chemistry with Baker Mayfield. But when we put it all into perspective, yes, both teams can have good skill position players. But with Baker Mayfield, man, you got to have that full package. And if you don't have an offensive line to go along with the skill position players, things are not going to really go right for you, because with Baker Mayfield, he needs a stable and really complete situation to really work everything out. He needs, I don't want to say perfect, but he needs everything to be okay. He needs everything to be good for him to be a good quarterback. And I think between the Seahawks and between the Panthers give Baker Mayfield the rather more suitable situation rather than the Seahawks, who don't have an offensive line. But no matter where Baker Mayfield goes, I do wonder, is DJ Moore going to be okay? Given what we saw with Odell Beckham Jr., is DK Metcalf going to be okay? Is Tyler Lockett going to be okay? Noah Fant, all these guys, are they going to be happy with what they're getting from Baker Mayfield? Because not all the time at all. We saw this with Odell Beckham Jr. He doesn't use his top receivers the right way. It's either overthrowing, it's either he misses them by being a one-read quarterback. That's the problem with Baker Mayfield. Yes, he can have that offensive line, he can have those skill position players, but is he going to use them the right way? Because he is turnover prone. He does miss these guys a lot of times just because he is a one-read quarterback, like I just said. And look, he just needs to utilize his number one receivers better. He needs to utilize his stars better. And that's the thing I'm worried about with Carolina and the Seahawks. Because look, Carolina, yes, you could have an incredible offensive line. But we saw it with Cleveland. They had probably the best offensive line in the NFL with Baker Mayfield. And he still could not hit Odell Beckham Jr. He still could not hit Jarvis Landry. And that, to me, is probably the biggest issue. But as far as it goes between the Carolina Panthers and Seattle Seahawks, I think the Panthers accommodate Baker Mayfield with the most complete situation opposed to the Seahawks with that offensive line. And also knowing that they have DJ Moore, potentially Robby Anderson, they have Christian McCaffrey, they have Rashard Higgins. I think they have the more well-rounded situation opposed to the Seattle Seahawks, everyone. But tell me what you think about this situation down in the comment section below. Is it the Panthers or the Seahawks? Where would you rather see Baker Mayfield go? And where do you think he needs to go to get his career back on track, everyone? Like I said, make sure you subscribe to the Ultimate Sports TV for more NBA and NFL content. I got a lot of great stuff coming out. More and more this summer, especially in this month of July, everyone. But again, comment down below what you think about this Baker Mayfield situation. Other than that, please make sure you subscribe to the Ultimate Sports TV. Turn on post notifications. Please like this video for me. But everyone, this has been Malik Hicks, aka the Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you on the other side.